What is happening, fellow pioneers of human transportation? I'm Yogi Steve, and you're watching ESA, the Electric Scooter Academy. Thank you for joining me. If it's your first time checking out my channel, thank you very much. I make videos about high-powered scooters. I've been doing this for a long time. I have about 5 years experience making videos and riding these scooters. And the information that I give you is going to be as unbiased as possible. Yes, I'm an affiliate for Vora Motors, but I'm always going to tell you my truthful experience with these scooters. Today we're going to look at the EMOVE Roadrunner V2, the EMOVE Roadrunner Pro, the bigger version, and I'm also going to talk at least a little bit about the EMOVE Roadrunner V3, which isn't really coming out until Christmas. Right now I'm out here with the EMOVE Roadrunner V2. I was one of the first persons to have an EMOVE Roadrunner V2. I have about 1,500 miles on this scooter. It is my absolute favorite small scooter to ride. I have a giant collection of vehicles right now to work with, but if I'm taking a short trip, if I'm going down the street to go to the bank or to go shopping, if I'm going to my girlfriend's place, she lives like a quarter mile away, I don't want to walk there, I always jump on my smaller Roadrunner, my V2. There's a lot of modifications you can make on the scooter, but the scooter comes completely ready to go stock. Many people ride these scooters without any modifications. The scooter comes with 14-inch tires, comes with semi-hydraulic brakes. The Roadrunner V2 has a legitimate top speed of 34 miles per hour. Believe me, I've done that speed many times myself. It comes with the option for 2 batteries. There's 1 battery built in, and you can buy a secondary battery if you need. Each battery is going to get you a realistic 25 miles range. So with the second battery, you can seriously go 50 miles, which is an incredible amount of range for these types of scooters. None of my big scooters can go 50 miles. The scooter takes about 9 hours to charge. It does have brake lights. It does come with semi-hydraulic X-Tech brakes. They're pretty good. Some people opt to upgrade those, but I had the stock brakes on for a long time before I made my upgrade, and the stock brakes, they're good enough. The stock battery is a 48 volt, 25 amp hour battery. So if you have 2 of them, you have 50 amp hours to draw from. The scooter's pretty good up hills. It's guaranteed to go up at least a 17-degree incline. I've had almost no trouble with 90% of hills around here, and I live in a very, very hilly area. It's a dual motor scooter, so there's a motor in the front and a motor in the back. To me, that's the only way to go. I don't really like single motor scooters for anything other than a true commuter scooter. This scooter offers 720 watts max output in the front motor and 960 watts in the rear. It's more than enough for almost anything you'll need. It doesn't have crazy acceleration. The tires don't spin out. That's actually a good thing in many cases, because that means your tires are going to last a long time. I still have my original tires on here, and they look practically brand new. Scooter is light as hell. That's what I really like about it. If I'm going down the street to Taco Bell and I don't want to bring a big vehicle, it's only 55 pounds, an extremely small profile. Yes, there are a lot of small scooters on the market. The profile on this scooter is just so very small. You can sneak it in almost anywhere. I bring it to Target, I bring it to Taco Bell. You know, I bring it into basically every restaurant. It does come with a 48 volt square wave controller. If you don't know the difference, a sine wave controller has a smoother acceleration curve. But to be honest, since this scooter doesn't have crazy acceleration, it doesn't really make much of a difference. This scooter accelerates smoothly. This is not a speed demon. This scooter does not rip off the line. It won't rip up your tires. It has a very gentle, gradual acceleration. Comes stock with a thumb throttle. I'm going to show you in a moment. Mine has an upgrade to a twist throttle. A lot of times I get asked by taller riders, can this scooter handle a taller rider? Now the company says it can handle a 6-foot rider. I've actually seen taller guys on these types of scooters. These types of scooters have actually been around for quite a while under another brand name, the Fido brand name, if you've ever seen that. And I've seen giant guys, 6'3", 6'4", 250, 280 pounds on these types of scooters. So while the V2 is really only officially good for somebody who is 6 foot tall, I've seen taller guys on these scooters. It's a little bit like riding a clown car. It's something of a skill to ride a small scooter like this, but for somebody like me at 5'9", it's practically full size. But ultimately, I really like the EMOVE Roadrunner V2. It's my legitimate daily driver. I use it to go everywhere. If you really want to learn a lot about the scooter, make sure you join my Facebook group. I'm going to tell you that over and over in this video. Join the EMOVE Roadrunner Academy. I'm one of the only content creators that has an official group on Facebook for the vehicles that I sell. So if you're looking to buy one, you want to ask questions, post them there. I recommend you go to the group and scroll through it. Don't post what's better, the V2 or the Pro. Scroll through the group. That question has been asked a million times, and look for the general consensus from the group. But definitely join the EMOVE Roadrunner Academy if you're looking at the V2. EMOVE Roadrunner V2, a freaking amazing scooter. Doesn't really have a lot of suspension. Mine's really beat up. You can tell by looking at it. I got tape here, I got a ripped seat, but I don't really care about the aesthetic of the scooter, so as long as it works well. These are the upgraded brakes. Those only cost 70 bucks. Those are easy to install. And this is an upgrade to a twist throttle instead of a thumb throttle. But for most riders, especially if you don't have a lot of experience, you're gonna be fine with the thumb throttle. The battery here is removable. Let me show you. Turn this key, pull it out, easy. Slide it back in, easy, removable battery. All right, now on to the Pro. This is the EMOVE Roadrunner Pro. Now, if you want a fast scooter, an extremely fast scooter, at this price point, just under $3,000, this is about as fast as anything out there. Only the bigger scooters at the $4,000 price point and above are faster than the EMOVE Roadrunner Pro. Now, unlike my V2, I don't really use this scooter for local chores. I use this scooter for big group rides, for big delivery shifts. This scooter has a massive range. I actually do have some modifications on this scooter. I will show it to you. So if you're a speed freak, if you want to go fast, this scooter is for you. It has an absolute legitimate top speed of 50 miles per hour. Now, are you really going to ride it at 50 miles per hour? In my opinion, you should always ride your vehicles at about 80% of whatever their max capacity is. So I think you'll get the most longevity out of this scooter if you drive it around 40. But if you every once in a while you want to flip it up and go 50, that's fine. You're not driving this on the freeway, right? You really need just to be able to go 35 miles per hour to be fast enough on most of your city roads. Now, what I really like about this scooter is when you're going 35, if you need to accelerate to get ahead of a car next to you, 35 to 40, massive acceleration. 40 to 45, still has massive acceleration. The tires on this do spin out in modes 3, 4, and 5. What I usually do is I ride it in mode 2. As I'm going faster, I flip it into mode 3, almost like it's a manual, to minimize my tire spin. My tires have lasted quite a long time. Scooter takes about 9 hours to charge. It has full brake and signal lights for riding at night. Has a pretty good front headlight as well. This is a 60 volt, 30 amp hour LG battery, a very, very high quality battery. There have been very, very few problems with the actual batteries of this scooter. If you want to learn more about the scooter, every scooter has problems, pluses and minuses. Don't forget EMOVE Roadrunner Academy on Facebook for all the questions you might have about the scooter. The scooter's got a 3.5-inch Vor Motors TFT display, very easy to read in the sunlight. It's mandatory here in Southern California. Now, when you're looking at the motors of this scooter, you're talking about dual motors. Again, I'll tell you over and over, I only really like dual motor scooters. It's such a higher chance of single motor scooters, that motor burning out. These are dual motor scooters with a max output of 2,000 watts. This is an incredible amount of power. This scooter is fast enough for anybody. I believe it is just as fast as a gas-powered Honda Grom. It comes stock with the Domino twist throttle. I really like the twist throttle on this. I have not upgraded my throttle. I have upgraded my brakes. I'll show you those in a second. It does come stock with hydraulic dual piston zoom brakes. The stock brakes are enough. You might want to upgrade your scooter. That's really up to you. Can you ride this scooter in the rain? You probably shouldn't. It is vetted for light rain. That's what Vor Motors, the company that makes this, says. But I personally believe you should not ride these scooters under wet conditions. I believe they are water resistant at best, not really fully waterproof. With small tires like this on a small vehicle, I think it's basically dangerous to drive these scooters in the rain anyhow. Now, as far as range goes, that's maybe the one limiting factor of this scooter. If you're going to drive the scooter 30, 35 miles per hour, you probably get about 20 miles range, maybe a little more. If you're going to drive 40, 45, the scooter's only really going to give you 15 miles range. So it's up to you if you want to add the extender. Vor Motors sells an extender for about 900 bucks that more than doubles the range of the scooter. I will show you mine. I do have the extender. Thank you, Vor Motors, for giving that for me. I don't even get a commission on that extender, but I still recommend you buy it if you want more range. What's cool about a bike like this, something from e-bike culture, is people will often buy the bike stock, and as they have money, they'll add a piece at a time. Add shocks, add brakes, and finally I added the extender. The scooter does come with full suspension. The rear suspension for people above 150 pounds, though, in my opinion, is not great. For 70, 80 bucks, you can buy very good upgraded shocks. Go to the EMOVE Roadrunner Academy, ask where to buy the stocks, and we'll give you a link. We don't make any money on that. They're very easy to install. All you need is some Allen head wrenches and a socket wrench. Even somebody like me who's not really great with the mechanical parts of the scooter, I can really only do brakes and tires. Putting on these upgraded shocks is really easy. Now let me give you a closer look at the scooter. I'll show you my upgrades in the order that I got them. So the first thing that I did was I put on stronger hydraulic brakes. These are actually 4-piston zoom hydraulic brakes. Again, these are under 100 bucks on AliExpress. If you can install them yourself, it's not going to cost you very much. The next upgrade I made was to the shocks. I like these really cool red and black shocks. These are not stock. The stock shocks, they're kind of lame. They're kind of weak, to be honest with you. Almost everybody that owns this scooter gets the upgraded shocks. All you got to do is unscrew here, pull this out, pop in the new scooter. For tire changes, you can see the scooter's got instant connectors. I have mine taped up to keep it a little tight. These notoriously get loose with a lot of riding. A little tape and boom, that problem is fixed. And my most recent upgrade is this. This is the Vora Motors range extender, again about 900 bucks. I've been getting over 40 miles range with that extender. So if the scooter only really gets me 15 miles range with the stock battery, with the extender, I'm really getting over 40. The biggest shift I've ever done is 42 miles. But I love the scooter for fun. Ignore the seat. I need to fix my seat. I've had it for a long time. We're at about 1,500 plus miles. You can easily get another seat, but I'm lazy. I don't really care what it looks like. I'm happy just to tape it up. Everybody's asking me, what the hell's going on with that tape? But that's just my style. I don't really care. I love the Roadrunner Pro. Don't forget, join the EMOVE Roadrunner Academy. Don't forget, use my bonus code, Electric Scooter Academy, to get $50 off. That really supports me as a content creator.